My name is and I have been practicing yoga since 1988 when I was a freshman in college, and my Psychology 101 professor mentioned what yoga was. In today's world, it seems almost unfathomable that someone would not know what yoga is until they're 17 years old. But at the time, it was so exhilarating to hear of a whole other way of looking at life and a way of approaching health and spirituality. And so I jumped on board, and I've been practicing ever since. So it is just with an incredible enthusiasm that I'm about to embark on teaching teachers. I've been teaching myself since 2000, so for almost 14 and a half years now. It's been an incredible privilege to take on this as my job, because it really just feels like an opportunity to be full in offering myself in a way that really supports people and helps people on their path of discovery and their path of health and their path of wanting to be the best they can be. I started studying with YOGAMAZE in 2004, although he and I have been in similar training since 2002. I've known him for 2 years. I find his methodology of teaching, his attention to detail, his incorporation of philosophy and the natural world really important in the process of bringing yoga into our contemporary lives as people on this planet and people who want to find purpose and meaning in their lives. And so my studies with him really sparked that level of interest of integrating not just some activity that we do on our mat, but with how we choose to live our lives and to pull from incredible, rich resources of philosophers and wisdom to bring it in our everyday. The program will start in August of 2014, and we've put it into 2 different phases. We're doing that for a couple of reasons. The first 100 hours, we're calling that phase 1, deepen your path of yoga. And this first 100 hours will be focused on really just delving into the practice of yoga, the philosophy of yoga, the understanding of how all these pieces come together to inform us and infuse itself into what we're doing on the mat. It will include a lot of understanding about body and how the practice is affecting our body and learning what we don't know about the systems of the body, the skeletal system, the muscular system, the respiratory system, even the digestive system. And it will bring in a lot of the mythology and the history and the philosophical lineages that this path has the incredible benefit of being infused with. It's so rich with story, and as humans, we turn to story, we turn to mythology to help us understand what's contemporary, what's happening for us right here and now, right? It's the greater truths of being. And so to bring these stories into the practice just gives us one more realm to help discover and deepen our understanding of self. So those first 100 hours will really just be embedded in that learning of yoga itself and how it relates to us and how we relate to it. The second 100 hours, which starts in January of 2015, will be intricately combined. And I imagine most students will do all of it. But the second 200 hours will then shift in its focus to really bring in the art of teaching. Because as much as we may know about yoga, as much as we embed ourselves into our practice, that doesn't automatically make us a good teacher. And so the skills required for teaching are really important because we're so full of heart, we're so full of enthusiasm for yoga, and that often comes across. That's why we have incredible good teachers right off the bat. But the actual skills of teaching really can support our ability to offer that enthusiasm that we have, that offering that we just want to give to others. And so the second phase, the art of teaching, will focus on those skills while at the same time continuing the work that we've done in the first 100 hours. Continuing learning about the poses, continuing our exploration of the mythology, continuing our understanding of the body and how the practice affects us. The School of YOGAMAZE is going to offer a becoming teachers an incredible opportunity, not only to thoroughly learn in an incredible, detailed manner, to get the skills about teaching and the understanding of yoga, but it will also offer upcoming teachers the opportunity to teach anywhere in the world. It's a world-recognized school because of YOGAMAZE's diligent work in working in many, many countries in the world. So his capacity to credit us with hours of teaching is going to be recognized around the world. It will go beyond what our Yoga Alliance, which is our only structure for accreditation in America, will offer, but it will also be supported by Yoga Alliance. All hours here will be accredited by YOGAMAZE as well as Yoga Alliance. And so if Yoga Alliance is what you need for your employment opportunities, that will be there. And it will go beyond that, because whether you go to a small town in Oklahoma or over to Bali, you will have a piece of paper that says you were in school at a YOGAMAZE school, and people will recognize that name and have an understanding of what it is that you've learned, and have an understanding of how you'll approach the practice of teaching, and be able to bring forth the consistency that YOGAMAZE's methodology offers. And that's a huge asset, because there are many teacher trainings across the country and across the world, and although I assume many of them are incredibly valuable and offer a huge, diverse range of teachings, sometimes it's hard for other schools or other places of employment to really understand what a 200-hour certificate means. And so with an internationally known name, there's going to be some recognition behind that that will be an incredible benefit for any teacher that has that. Please feel free at any time to call or email me directly. I'm happy to talk with anyone as they work through this process of deciding whether or not this huge commitment is something to take on. But it will definitely deepen your path of yoga, so please join us.